Hello everyone, welcome back. And still having a fair number of Colossus, a lot of use of Psystorm, but still, it takes 4 to 5 Psystorms for these High Templars to really deal any damage to those Roaches and those Hydralisks, especially even when you consider that the Roaches have had, or the Hydralisks have had an 80 hit point debuff, or a 10 hit point debuff. Another Mothership once again in the air. And we'll see how that's really going to work out. Those Overseers need to get taken down, along with those Spore Crawlers, as those Spore Crawlers are the things that are offering additional sight. Pylon and Nexus now quickly being brought into position. Gonna go ahead and cancel those buildings, but will he be able to take down any of these units? No, not gonna be able to take them down, as those Hydralisks able to pull back away. So that Hydralisk sitting on 6 armor. I want to see where that Hydralisk Den is. No, that's the Roach Warren, Hydralisk Den, Ultralisk. I want to see where that Ultralisk Cavern is and what upgrades there are, in fact, on that Ultralisk. Ultralisk has fast movement speed and has level 2 claw upgrades. Roaches fully upgraded. Everything fully upgraded, essentially, for DIMAGA at this stage. We have 13 High Templars currently, and gonna be able to offer a fair amount of damage. Broodlord trying to pull back away down to taking a significant amount of damage. Ultralisk now coming in, and now in comes this fight. That poor Psystorm cast, but really not gonna hit anything there, as that Immortal, and finally getting 3 weapon upgrades. That Immortal dealing 26 plus 39, what is that, 65 damage against those Ultralisks, or only 59 damage once you factor in the armor. Hasu nearly mined out on the top left-hand side, or the top left-hand corner, and the bottom right side, now getting carriers as well. So Hasu trying to figure out what strategy he can in fact pull off at this stage in the game. One single carrier, interceptors being created, but those interceptors, I do not see any additional weapons upgrades, so that Mothership really isn't dealing that much damage either. Coming back, no weapons upgrade on that Cybernetics core, and in come these Overlords. Overlord's gonna go ahead and do a drop on this back of the base, and then just really be able to push through. Are they generating creep? I don't even know what they're doing. They're just standing around, not doing anything. We have a single Ultralisk sitting over here, and in comes this fight, leaving the whole entire front door open. So these units are really gonna be able to run on through here and try to push this back. And Ultralisk desperately trying to seek cover, as there are no Overseers in this whole entire fight. Ultralisk getting taken down. An army of Hasu now almost larger than the army of DIMAGA, but now in come a couple of these High Templar. High Templar should be able to start casting Psystorm onto that lower ground, and all of these units taking such a significant damage. Stalker's now trying to come in, trying to blink, trying to focus down a couple of those Ultralisks. Ultralisk down to 2 hit points, almost able to take it down, and now continuing the fight. Down goes that Broodlord, and now that Spinecrawler is going to get taken down. So really, Hasu playing with a very, very strong army at this stage. DIMAGA still has plenty of minerals, however, so it's still anyone's game. High Templars once again on the move, as this really, really strong army, now finally upgraded, is able to deal a significant amount of damage. Overseer quickly getting taken down, and now there's nothing that really offers sight. Oh, there's one Overseer sitting over here, just trying to keep track of all the Overseers in this game. Roaches and Hydralisks once again on the move. We'll see how this is really going to work out, as those Roaches are now going to be coming in from the back, and we may have a little bit of a 2-pronged attack from the front and the back. Psystorm on one end. Hydralisks are going to be taking a lot of damage, trying to really engage here. Ultralisk coming in, blinking from those Stalkers, so Stalkers trying to get out of the range, and those High Templars continuing to cast Psystorm all across the map, trying to take down the rest of these units. And that there's a couple Colossus, and all those High Templars quickly getting taken down, and that may be the end of it. Losing that many High Templars is going to be really, really painful. Down goes that last Ultralisk, but still, army-wise, DIMAGA has been continuing to able to just mass up more and more units. And Void Ray now coming in. Hydralisk trying to fight back, trying to blink around, trying to take down more of those units. Those Roaches, if they get too close to that Vortex, will get sucked inside. More Psystorm coming in. That Ultralisk, that low hit point Ultralisk, finally getting taken down by that one Psystorm. But still, great game coming in from both sides. DIMAGA and Hasu just trying to mass up everything that they can. Hasu gonna go ahead and try to mine out this particular location, but Pylon taken down, and then all those cannons taken down. Not really much Hasu can do at this stage in the game. Army-wise, down to 2,200. Ran out of minerals here. A whole bunch of probes here. building another cybernetics core, as the cybernetics core was taken down earlier, down to 5 mineral patches on the top left island location. So compared to the mineral patches of DIMAGA. DIMAGA sitting on 8 here. It looks like he has mined out the high yield mineral. 8 left over here, and then a fair number of minerals still here and here as well. He has not mined out his natural expansion yet. And now, adding insult to injury, finally taking this high yield mineral location down here over at the south side of the map. So Hydralisk and Corruptors once again in the air. Perhaps those Corruptors will try to change into Broodlords, but there's not enough gas really anywhere on the map. Pretty much gas has been is a very, very rare commodity still. Sitting on 7,000 minerals and almost 200 or only 300 gas. Void Rays Pylon now once again trying to be warped back in order to be able to produce some additional units. Hasu sitting on 1,300 minerals left. 2 changelings coming in and getting killed very quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and speed. Hold on. Wow, that's a record 2 sneezes in 1 shoutcast. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and speed up this replay just a little bit, as no one seems to really be doing anything. Both players, Hasu really cannot push out at this stage. He just really needs to hope that DIMAGA makes a mistake in his push. As long as there's enough High Templars in this whole entire attack, Hatchery quickly getting taken down, Spore Crawler being left alone for some strange reason. More Stalkers once again being warped in, and now a final Mothership once again joining in on this battle. Spore Crawler coming in and quickly going to try to take down a couple of those Interceptors, but those Interceptors are going to able to finish off that Spore Crawler first. Mothership sitting on 75 energy, has Mass Recall, has Vortex, but that is essentially it at this stage. Another Changeling walking on in, getting a very good view of this whole entire fight, and and quickly getting killed once again. So those High Templars once again on the move. Didn't even realize that I was zoomed in a little bit in this whole entire time, so the game just looks so strange now, as it's from a different point of view. Stalkers still moving in, has that level 3 weapons upgrade. Gonna go ahead and try to focus down some of those Hydralisks, taking down some of those Zerglings as well. So Zerglings now joining in on this fight, as that Infestor now able to get a fungal growth off on a lot of those cloaked units. I'm not sure if the fungal growth reveals cloaked units similar to how Ensnare did, but in comes this last fight. Units trying to exchange blows and trying to get more feedback. Massive feedback on all of those Corruptors. So all of those Corruptors getting massive feedback, but still unable to get taken down. Those Corruptors being forced to pull back away, but was able to take down that Mothership. Very, very nicely done. I've never seen so much feedback onto those Corruptors in order to try to destroy them. So, wow, that was a lot of feedback and a lot of calling down of that damage. Stalkers continuing to move army-wise. Hasu has the larger army, sitting at 3625, continuing to focus down all of these Overlords, perhaps just hoping that he can supply lock DIMAGA at this stage. The main base sitting here, we do have the Hive Tech, the Roach Warren, the Hydralisk Den, Evolution Chamber sitting back over here, and in comes the rest of this army. Roaches coming in as well. DIMAGA trying to mine off of this mineral patch, not going to really work, as this engagement is going to continue. However, we have a large number of Roaches coming in from that back. Perhaps we're going to get a couple more Psy Storms, and those Psy Storms are going to be key in determining who's going to be able to win this. Still not sure. Both players, it looks as though DIMAGA made the mistake that Hasu was looking for in this stage of the game. Roaches perhaps going to be trying to run up that ramp, and are we going to get some Psy Storms before they get in? No Psy Storms. Corruptors now coming in as well, and then a lot of that Psy Storm quickly being cast. And now are we going to get those Corruptors with that feedback once again, trying to get some more Psy Storm in. Psy Storm, Roaches not going to be able to push through, not going to be able to continue the chase. Roaches once again still burrowing though, so those Roaches with that massive regeneration able to continue the fight. Ultralisk Cavern, everything has been upgraded out of that. Roaches once again on the move, trying to take down some more of those units. More Roaches coming in, and Hasu casting as much Psy Storm as his High Templars can afford, but without any additional feedback, that Colossus will get taken down very, very easily, and that should be GG. Stalkers continuing the pushback, continuing the push. Roaches once again on the move, trying to chase, and it looks as though those Stalkers will be able to blink away and once again re-engage another day. A couple probes sitting back over here. We have a single, well, we had a single Archon, and Hasu says GG, well played, well played. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this epic game between Hasu and DIMAGA here on Lost Temple.